Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. In the last episode we took on the likes of those who call themselves the elites amongst all other trainers in the Hoenn region, as well as taking on the likes of the champion of the region as well, a oh so familiar face being that of Steven Stone, the mysterious man that's been helping us quite a bit over the course of our journey, giving us the ability to use Mega Evolution and key items that let us explore places we could never reach beforehand. Without his help, we wouldn't have had a chance in our fight against Team Aqua, or towards our adventure to completing the gyms of the region, and eventually become his successor as the next champion of the region. Overall, bringing our main story to an end, but beginning the next chapter of our story, all in one adventure. So, with that being said, it's time to begin the Delta episode of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and with that recap with what had happened for technically, well, the first 80% of the last episode, well, we had a small recap of, the last 20% for you guys too, because not only do I have to recite what happened when it came to the Elite Four, well, let's be honest here, there has been a little bit of extra stuff that happened too for at least the beginning of the Delta episode that I should recap on for you guys since it did happen in the last episode. So, with that being said, honestly, all we really know outside of character is that there is some sort of sentient meteor making a way straight towards the planets, specifically Route 131, with honestly a major extinction event seemingly beginning, and the appearance of a mysterious new enemy or ally being Zinnia and her partner Whismer, or Aster, which it's actually named. Well, our post-game adventure now truly begins. The only thing is, we have a couple tickets to actually go to the space station over in Moss Deep. And honestly, no, wait. Let me get the name right, because it's not actually no, it is Moss Deep, actually. Yeah, Moss Deep. I was thinking Lily Cove, I don't know why. But, yeah, we got some tickets for Moss Deep Space Center that was originally going to go to our parents, but because of the fact that Norman, our father, has to go into work on the exact day that they're supposed to go to this meteor shower, they're not going. So, we got the tickets now, and, May is now being invited by our parents to go in their steed. So, honestly, let's definitely go and see how she's doing, since the ticket is hers, and we don't know about any of that meteor stuff inside a character, so honestly, this is just a normal day for our character. So, off we go. May, are you okay? Oh, what should I do? What should I do? Oh, Whipple. It's not that big of a deal. Oh wait, no, that's her.
It's not that big of a deal, Mom. She just knocked me down a bit. Ouch, that stings.
She just knocked you down a bit. So Zinnia must have been here too. Okay, well she did bring up May in the last episode before we pretty much ended the episode, because we barely even met Zinnia at the very, very end of the last episode. So, interesting.
Spooks.
Hey May, long time no see. Apparently this is a couple months after us beating the champion, by the way, since it said XXX months, so we don't know exactly how long it's been.
Spooks, you're alright, huh? That's a relief. It all happened so fast that I couldn't do a thing, but some strange woman came in my window upstairs. And then she said, she took my keystone from me.
Oh, she stole your Mega Keystone? That's interesting. She did bring up something like that with Zinnia's little monologue right before. We got to see what she actually looks like, because we saw her for a very short amount of time after we dealt with the Primal Kyogre in the cutscene, directly after catching Primal Kyogre, we saw that she was with Matt. Although we could only tell her by her red eyes. And then after that, we saw her right before the Delta episode really began. And she was talking about keystones, some kind of, she was talking basically about the meteor protecting somebody, and that's really all we got. We don't know exactly what she's planning, and we don't know if she's a friend or a foe either. So it's definitely all in the air right now.
I tried to fight her off with my team, but she was really strong. I didn't stand a chance. I think I heard her muttering under her breath as she left, though. Something like Petalburg's next. Spooks, please be careful.
Please be careful, Petalburg. Okay, well, Petalburg is where our father is, so... Well, Petalburg, here we come. Since that's definitely our first stop. Thankfully, with our Eon Flute, this is going to be actually pretty easy, since we don't have, the Fly HM on any of our party Pokemon, so this is the next best thing to make it a little bit easier. Since it's not too hard pulling out the Eon Flute, since we can register it to one of 4 different things on the register menu. It used to only be 1 in the original games for registering items, so honestly, being able to have multiple slots for that kind of stuff is always good. But there's Norman. Hey, Dad. Long time no see.
Spooks, how's your training going? I'm proud as a parent that you've become the champion, son. Still, you must not think that you have reached your peak as a trainer. It is only after you reach a certain height that the view opens up and you see how far the road stretches. I want to see you trying to hone yourself and your skills even further. I'll be behind you, Spooks.
Okay, so she isn't here. Only other person that could possibly be in... if we went left, we would have saw Matt here. What's Matt doing here? That's weird. Well, Matt was with Zinnia during that cutscene, and I'm still not even sure if the Team Aqua grunt that was at Latios and Latios' little secret hideaway was Zinnia either, because he was with the Team Aqua grunt then too. But we don't know if that was the same one. But, honestly, seemingly, Zinnia's been with Matt since the beginning. So that is kind of weird, but here we go.
Oh, you're such a little pain. Shut up and give me the keystone.
He wants a keystone too?
I don't have it, I tell you.
Don't play dumb. I already know you can use Mega Evolution.
Arch, are you even listening? I've been telling you. Spooks.
Hey, Wally. Long time no see, buddy.
What the? You punk? Hoo-ha! Just in time, aren't you? I'm gonna take your keystone first, you jerk.
I'd like to see you try, buddy. If Archie couldn't beat us, honestly, I don't think you're gonna have a chance either. But Archie's already stepped down, though, so... with Matt fighting us still, that's a little interesting. Because he's still, under the banner of Team Aqua. So that is weird. That is definitely weird. Because we know Archie's already seen the better of his ways. Unless Matt and Zinnia are good guys in the story. But, honestly, 1, I don't remember. And 2, even if I did, I would like to keep, that under wraps. So I actually have no idea. I actually completely forgot what actually happens in the storyline. So, honestly, we're both on for a ride for both you guys watching and me. So, honestly, I'm definitely looking forward to it, since it's been very, very long since I've seen anything to do with the Delta episode.
Ooh.
And 5,300. Not bad. Still just rocking a Sharpedo, though. But, yeah, you're not gonna have a chance, buddy. You need to upgrade your team.
Ooh. You clowns are always getting all up in my business. If it's gonna be like that, I'm off to Meteor Falls.
Meteor Falls, you say? Okay, well, see you later, Matt.
Thank you so much, Spooks.
No problem, Wally.
That strange man suddenly attacked me, demanding that I hand over my keystone. The truth is, I couldn't give it to him even if I wanted to. My keystone is kinda gone. I left it in the house when I went out, and it just disappeared. What in the world is going on? If someone like that ever shows up again, I've got to protect my mom and dad. You better be careful too, Spooks.
So both Wally and May's keystones have been stolen. May specifically from Zinnia. So maybe Zinnia has been here too. So maybe they're not working together. Interesting. The entry call version 0.09 app rang on your PokéNav Plus. Hello? Is that you, Spooks? Oh, it's Steven. Okay. I wasn't sure who it was, honestly. Hello. It's me, Steven. Have you been doing well? I imagine you must be quite shocked. This is a communication mode that Devin is still currently developing. It comes installed on every PokéNav Plus. I thought I would only use it if I needed to contact you urgently, but it looks as though the time has already come. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but I need you to come to the Devon Corporation in Rustboro City. There's something I have to talk to you about in person. I'll be waiting for you there. Okay. Well, Meteor Falls in Rustboro City. Well, since Steven needs us specifically in Rustboro, I think it would be best to go to Rustboro first, before worrying about Meteor Falls. Meteor Falls is definitely a location we should go to in the near future here, but definitely Rustboro City is the first and foremost, since the champion Steven, or former champion Steven, definitely knows what he's talking about, since he was one step ahead of us pretty much a good chunk of that story, so let's honestly be honest there with the main story, he was pretty ahead of us. So honestly, what's on your mind here, Steven? Spooks. I'm sorry about summoning you so suddenly. It's all good. It's well known how often my intuition turns out to be right, but I never imagined we would be meeting again this soon. I'm sorry to say it is not happy news that brings us together. What kind of news then? This isn't something we should discuss in public. Let's continue this inside, okay? Okay. Inside the Devon Corporation, then. After you. Thank you, Steven. Well, off we go. So, obviously he called us in a panic, since he said it was very, very new, that technology. So, let's see what's going on here. Dodd. Spooks is here. Hey, Father Steven, pretty much, or Devon is his name, Devon Stone. But, honestly, what's going on? Well, welcome. It's been quite a while. It has, definitely, hasn't it? Ho ho ho, I suppose I'm just getting old. Recently, I seem to forget details just as soon as I learn them. Ho 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 ho. Dodd. Ahem. Oh, I know what you want to say. My, what a hasty, impatient one you are. What are we to do with such an impatient one for our Pokemon League champion? Oh, is that so? So you're the new champion, Spooks. Yep, we beat him quite a decent amount of time ago, based on this being seemingly months later. Then I guess we'll never break you of that impatience after all, Steven. Ho ho ho. Dodd. Looks like whatever it is, it doesn't seem to be affecting Devon Stone too much as it is Steven is being affected by it. Bah, I know. Can't you take a joke? Now then, Spooks. I'm afraid that I'm planning to start in on a rather long and quite heavy topic. Are you sure that you're ready to take all of it in? I guess so, we're already here, so what's going on? Then I suppose I should begin. Let me first take us back 3,000 years, to the days the story began. Okay, so that's gotta be about the X and Y stuff then. Since 3,000 years ago is the Pokemon War, and that was a big topic with X and Y, and with Omega Ruby and X and Y being, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, and X and Y being sequels to each other, although not directly. They are technically sequels of each other, even though these are remakes of old games. So, there's going to be a little bit of small mixture of X and Y here 100%, since the Great War with Pokemon, the Pokemon War was a big thing in X and Y. So this will kind of give us an idea of what it is, because we will eventually do X and Y at some point. So this will give us an idea until then. There was a great war at that time, in a region far from here. That war was finally brought to an end by a weapon created by one man. And what energy source could power such a dreadful weapon? Do you know? You see, it ran on the life energy of Pokemon, the energy that could be gained by the sacrifice of so many Pokemon. There are surely many people who would call it reprehensible. Okay, I would see that. But my grandfather, the president of Devon, before me, said this: couldn't we use the energy to improve the lives of people and Pokemon? Which makes sense, and so he developed our greatest creation here at the Devon Corporation. Infinity energy, okay. Thanks to Infinity Energy, Devon was able to become one of the top industries in Hoenn, and developed into the giant you see today. Okay, makes sense. Infinite energy sounds pretty nice. But based on how you're saying it, makes it sound kind of bad at the same time. You may be surprised to learn that the Devon parts you once recovered for us were in fact parts of a motor that would make it possible to power a submarine using infinity energy. It was not long before we began to expand our attempts to further human development. Next, we moved into exploring space. That's pretty cool. The rockets launched from the Moss Deep Space Center using our infinity energy. They are the true results of our dreams, our passion, and our technology. But never did we imagine they could end up as the best hope for saving our world. My preamble has been quite long, but we arrive at last at the real issue. The real issue, you say? What kind of real issue? That is the overwhelming catastrophe which now approaches us. A huge asteroid, more than 6 miles in diameter, is currently on track to collide with our planet. We have been working together with Moss Deep Space Center, which was first to recognize this danger. We are devising countermeasures that would use our rockets, but in order for these plans to succeed, though, we need a meteorite shard. We kinda have one of those still. We have a meteor still in the back of our bag, since the very beginning of the game, when we were in Meteor Falls, specifically the one that we rescued for, well, technically it was Mount Chimney where we got it, eventually, but when Team Aqua got their hands on it was in Meteor Falls. Specifically where Matt went, actually. Interesting. But yeah, you're perfectly fine, guys. We have a meteor. So that's it. You want him to go and get that shard for you? That's my boy. Alright, I knew you'd understand it once. It was hardly a deduction worthy of praise. I want you to make your way to the Granite Cave near Dewford. According to our surveys, you should be able to find that kind of the kind of meteorite shards that we need there. And you, Steven, I want you, son, to head for the Space Center at once to start the preparations using that link cable that I gave you. Link cable? Okay. The link cable. So it is to be a warp system. Yes, I understand, but Granite Cave. Ah, I see. The floor where we first met. The floor with the ancient wall paintings. It is true that there were many shards of meteorite scattered about there. It looks as though it's decided then, Spooks. I will head for the Space Center in Moss Deep. If I learn anything, I will contact you at once. Though it will end up as another one-sided message like the one I sent you, I'm afraid. Good luck. Okay, good luck indeed. And good luck on your mission in Moss Deep, Steven. Steven, you be careful. Okay, well, honestly, both of us are going to need to be careful. Especially with, Matt and Zinnia either being against us or kind of like with us. We don't really know. Then I will be counting on the two of you to take care of this for me. If you forget just what it is you need to do, come talk to me again, assuming I remember as well. Ho ho ho. Okay, honestly, with that being said, we know where we want to go then. So Steven's off to Moss Deep Space Center, and now we know about the asteroid coming straight for us. 6 miles in diameter, that's terrifying, by the way. But, well, we definitely need to be careful. But honestly, first things first, get the Eon Flute out, and let's head over to Dewford, where Brawley is. Since, well, that's where we need to go, since that's where that ancient cave painting where we first met Steven when we gave him the parcel, all the way back when we first met him, is located. So, off with us to Dewford Town, honestly, and let's prepare for whatever we may find there. Although, they need us to find meteorite shards, but technically we still have that meteor in our bag. And just to show you guys that, because we definitely have that thing. Or at least it could have been taken out of our... No, we still got it, see? So, interesting. But definitely doesn't do anything for us right now. But definitely something to note, at least. But, let's definitely head over to our destination, since we definitely need to head into the cave, for Granite Cave. And then directly where they wanted us to go. And, oh, well, Zinnia's here, so let's see what's going on with her now. But yep, she's taking a nice look at that Kyogre mural that we found out was basically Primal Kyogre and what they were warning everybody of.
Well, seems like it's true. It really is just like the wall painting there. This one shows Primal Reversion, while that one shows Mega Evolution. I guess that proves it once and for all. Our great ancestors once lived here too.
Obviously?
The ancestors who passed down, through me, the knowledge of how to protect the world. How to avert the threats that will appear from space, as long was foretold.
Threat from space. Okay, the asteroid, basically.
From a place higher even than the heavens.
Okay. Interesting.
What is Aster?
Hello. Not doing anything suspicious, just looking for meteorite shards, if you could help us, that would be nice of you.
Oh?
Hello there, Zinnia. Well, we heard you stole May's, Megastone, so, don't know if we could trust you or not. But, what's going on?
We do seem to meet an awful lot, Spooks. Are you also interested in this old painting?
Well, kinda. It's been somewhere where we've been before, so we already kinda know about it, but, if you know anything about meteorite shards, that's the only thing we're really here for.
Or are you here for the other? For one of the meteorite shards that can serve as a source of power for the legendary Pokemon that lives in the heavens above.
Lives in the heavens above, you say?
Either way, you know I adore you.
Well, thanks.
That's it. I can't help it. I have to battle you. I'll play nice, though, and ask first. You're ready to battle me, right?
I believe so.
That's my boy. Now let's do it. Give me a good taste of everything you and your Pokemon have to offer.
Okay, well, we get to see what Zinnia is all about. And, well, she definitely seems to have her Megastone activated from the one that she stole from May. Oh, that's a very interesting Pokemon to see. I always like fossil Pokemon making appearances. But Tyrantrum, definitely the evolution of Tyrant. But I believe it's a rock. I think it's just pure rock, isn't it? No way, I think it's what typing are you? You're not fighting type. You're not fire rock. I think it's just pure rock, actually. I'm not 100% on that, though. It is higher level than me, so maybe we could still go for Giga Impact here and be safe. Since we have Slacking, we might as well make sure to make use of Jane as much as we can. But I'm pretty sure Tyrantrum is, I think, pure rock. I think that's the case. But the thing is I'm not 100% on that too, just because it's been a while. It's a Pokemon I like, though. It's just I don't remember the typing to a T. And that double critical from Slacking was pretty nice. I'm gonna be honest there, I was not expecting that. But I'll take it. Down goes good old Tyrantrum into an Altaria. Okay, Altaria, we know exactly what to do with Altarias. Let's go into Cindy, because Cindy has had a really good track record with Altarium. One, we don't have to worry about the dragon typing with the moves, and the flying typing really shouldn't be a problem when it comes to the end of the day. So, Dazzling Gleam, down goes Altaria with no problems. Okay, not too bad. 2 Pokemon down, 1 to still go though. And honestly, one of those were a Pokemon that could Mega Evolve, but this is more than likely the Pokemon, since Salamence, well, we haven't seen Mega Evolved Salamence yet anywhere, and while there's only so many people that could possibly have one, the other one being Drake from the Elite Four, so honestly, if out of the 2 Pokemon, it's either Altaria or Salamence. So, but Salamence is higher level, so I guess that's more likely the Pokemon to have it. Although it doesn't look like she's going to be trying to do Mega Evolution, since she would have used it immediately. So, whatever Pokemon it was, they don't have their Mega Stone yet. So, that's good. Well, at least Zinnia's not full powered yet, but that doesn't mean that that was a one and done fight, since I think that confirms we'll be fighting her again, with the fact that she has a Mega Stone on the anklet, but not one that's active. Okay. Interesting.
Oh, yes, that's it. That's just what I was looking for.
And honestly, that was a pretty fun fight. Although, we got pretty lucky with the double crits on the Tyrantrum. I was not expecting to get double crits on Giga Impact, because that's a pretty interesting move to get a double crit on, honestly.
Nice. Really nice, Spooks. Oh, I really felt that one. Full points to you. That settles it. You get this meteorite shard as a reward.
Thank you. And we'll be taking that meteorite shard, because we'll more than likely need it for what we're doing next. But, oh, something's going on. That might be the meteor going off again, because it's done that before.
Oh, that glittering meteorite that you've got there. It sure gives off some vibes. I'd keep a tight hold of it. If I were you, along with that shard I just gave you.
Well, thanks, Zinnia. Are we allies, though?
Hey, the actions that you're taking now, are they based on the ideals you cling to? Or are they based on actual truths? And if they are, how much of the truth do you think you know?
Probably not a lot. But, honestly, I think we're going towards the good path, I think.
Yes, ma'am. Moving out. Such a spoiled girl you are, Aster. So, what'll be our next stop? Sweetie.
Okay, well, there goes Aster and Zinnia. But interesting to see her here, of all places, since this is where we first met Steven. Okay. The entry call version 0.09 app rang on your PokéNav Plus. Must be Steven. Yep, it is.
Spooks. Were you able to find that meteorite shard that we need?
Yeah, we did, but we also found that, lady again, at the same place.
If you were able to secure it, could you hurry back to us at Lost Ape Space Center? I'm afraid we don't seem to have much time left. I'll be waiting for you.
Okay. Well, with that being said, off we go, since there's nothing for us here anymore. Or at least, nothing here that we need. So, honestly, let's get our good old... Well, if I can find it, we have an escape rope somewhere. There we go. Might as well use the escape rope since I don't have dig on our Nincada, or... I don't know why I said Nincada. Ninjask, our Donatello doesn't have that anymore, since we really don't need it anymore. I ended up throwing Roost on there while we were doing the Elite Four. Well, right before the Elite Four, to be fair. But... might as well use it, since it's a helpful thing to heal. And honestly, Eon Flutes, and off we go. since now that we have that situated, well, Moss Deep Space Center is next. The only thing is what are we going to find there? Since they definitely need us to head out there, so it's definitely important. Thing is what exactly of importance? Oh, that is Lily Cove. I keep getting Lily Cove and Moss Deep mixed up. It's just something in my head. It's not something I say, like... Well, I've said it once, technically, but the thing is in my honest, reaction to, Lily Cove and Moss Deep, I always think that Lily Cove is the one with the, well, I mix up both the places. I need to remember that Moss Deep is the one that's had the Psychic-type gym leaders for, Tate and Lisa. I don't know why. It's just, something in my brain. It's, like, hardwired. It's just something that's been like that for a very long time. But, honestly, now that we're at Moss Deep, let's, definitely head over to the Space Center. I believe that it is over back the way that we were trying to go before. And then, oh no, we are messing up a little bit. We need to head back a little bit to the left and all the way over just like so. So this will be our first time at the space station, since we've never been here before. Although this doesn't look like an entrance, to be fair. So, where do we need to go in from is the real question. Pretty sure the building we were trying to go towards earlier. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I was about to say it didn't look like a space station entrance. We went right next to it, didn't realize it. Moss Deep Space Center, the closest place to space. Okay, well that does rhyme. So, in we go. Honestly, here's the space station. It's honestly pretty cool, and nice little photo op of being on the moon. Being the first Pokemon trainer to walk on the moon. But, honestly, now that we're here, first things first is definitely going to find where Steven Stone is. And maybe even Professor Cosmo, since we know he's here based off of, third-person kind of stuff. Since not in character we know that he's here, but out of character we know he's here. So, honestly, let's see what's going on. You must be Spooks. That's indeed correct. Mr. Steven Stone told me he was expecting you. This way, please. Okay. Well, let's follow her and see what's going on up here, since it's an urgent message. Professor Cosmo, if I may interrupt you, and he is indeed here. Wasn't sure if you'd be running into him. Oh, Spooks, thank you for coming. And you brought the meteorite shard with you. Well done. And it looks like we're handing it right on over to him. There you go. And looks like that is Steven, okay. I was rather surprised to learn that you knew the professor. You really do seem to make connections everywhere you go. Now then, Professor, could I ask you to explain once more about the current plan? Indeed. Please come this way. Current plan, you say? What kind of current plan? Well, they got something planned out. Wonder what it is, though. I imagine that you've heard some of this situation from President Stone already. A little bit. Our current plan involves using the infinity energy within our rockets, combined with the life energy of humans, found in keystones. Okay, so keystones. Another person specifically wanting keystones. Okay, we will start off by artificially replicating the massive energy that is triggered at the time of Mega Evolution. We will fire the energy produced from our rocket into space. Okay, and create a warp hole. A warp hole? Okay, by creating a warp hole in the path of the incoming meteoroid, we hope to be able to transport it somewhere far away from here. Okay. Guess that makes sense, but that's a big, what-if scenario, just gonna be honest there, because, honestly, I don't even think we have anywhere near that kind of technology in the real world. So creating warp holes are definitely, out of my league, I'm gonna be honest, but, okay. As a matter of fact, this technology already exists, and has been incorporated in some of our commonly used devices. Okay, sounds pretty cool. I think you know what I mean. Those panels that you spin you about and then out you come, warp to another spot. I imagine you stepped on a few such. An audacious oh wait, no, that's him. An audacious plan on using such technology you would. May I ask where exactly the asteroid will be warped to? Well, we're not entirely sure, but we do have a device that links the warp holes. We've named it the link cable. But there's no need to worry. Based on our theory, we can at least guarantee that we will be sending it away from our planets. However, we realized that we will need more energy than originally anticipated to control the link cable properly. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but with one more meteorite shard. One more meteorite shard, you say? Oh, and there's Zinnia. Huh. Of all places for her to come, I did not expect her to be here of all places.
Oh, nice. So this is the heart of the famous space station center everyone talks about. Pretty impressive, huh, Aster?
Seems like Aster likes it, based on the hops. But it looks like she broke in based on the fact that that one lady's coming back out. Excuse me, young lady. You can't just let yourself in here.
Oh, where's the harm in it? Don't be such a stick in the mud.
Stick in the mud? Huh.
Right.
Ugh? Huh. Okay. Hey, Zinnia. Long time no see. Who are you? The old new sightseer. You could definitely say that based on how much she's made an appearance in a very short amount of time recently. She definitely knows more than meets the eye.
Oh me? We do seem to keep running into one another. You are a busy boy, Spooks.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Me? I'm Zinnia, just a regular old tourist, nothing more. Dreaming of taking a little trip into space.
Trip into space?
Oh, I see. So this is what has come of human technology, and of hope and blood and sweat and tears and, well, the list kinda gets long and boring, but it contains everything, huh?
Everything indeed, I guess.
I know all about it. About just what kind of energy you're using to fuel this rocket thing. The abominable technology humanity first thought up 3,000 years ago. So you're once again planning to claim that this is best for humanity, or best of the whole darn world. It's a snap of your fingers to repeat the sins of the past. Worse, if what I overheard was true. This time, you're about to commit an error more abominable than before.
Abominable? Okay. What do you mean? Tell me, would you rather we sit here wringing our hands waiting for the meteoroid to strike us?
What's up with that? You're a pretty simple guy for a former Pokemon League champion.
Well, yeah, I guess he is kind of simple, but he's pretty smart for the most part. He's helped us quite a lot throughout our adventure, to be completely honest.
Then I guess I'll hang my hopes on what our current champion will have to say. So how about it, Spooks? What do you think? Do you have some better idea?
I've got nothing, or you bet I do. Oh, honestly, I got nothing, but maybe. I'll say maybe.
Oh, really? Well, that's promising. You'll have to tell me so we can set these guys straight. Look, I'm not here to criticize the way you guys are looking at this, but I want to be sure you've thought this through well and good. You know, there's necessary sacrifices, and there are unnecessary sacrifices. What a disappointment. This is the best you could do with all your knowledge and technology. Instead of trying to make something out of nothing, you'd rather repeat the mistakes of the past straight up. No, you're gonna add new mistakes on top. That really takes the cake.
Really takes the cake? Huh. Okay. So, what's the other option, though? Because they gave us a choice of saying if we want to go down this path or not with them, or if we have a slightly different answer. So, honestly, what's your choice, then, in this? Just get hit by the meteor? Because that's kind of what it sounds like, but That might be just thinking on it face value, though, which is never a good thing.
You guys need some imagination.
Okay, so just a better plan is basically what you're asking. Okay, I think they could probably think of something.
Oops. But you were all in the middle of a conversation or something, right? Sorry about that. I guess we'll just, let ourselves out then. Oh, come on, Aster.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. What's your thoughts on that, Steven? Since I'm kind of curious on what your thoughts on all this is.
Who was that woman? And the way she spoke to us, it's almost as if she came here for some kind of confirmation, and yet I feel as though I should know her from somewhere.
That is, very interesting, too. But, based on him saying that, I'm guessing that confirms that she was the one with Matt then. Because if Steven says that he should have known her from somewhere, that's gotta confirm that that was her. Because I think she looked like a normal Team Aqua grunt beforehand, when we first met her. So we didn't know that was a different character at the time. But the next time we saw that same Team Aqua grunt, we saw that it had different eye color, which means it was definitely a character of note and reference to remember. But, interesting. Okay.
Professor, forgive me. I believe you were trying to tell us something before that woman interrupted us.
Yeah, what's going on, Cosmo? Yes, you see, in order to complete the warp hole, we will need another meteorite shard, an extremely pure one.
Then should we head to Granite Cave once again?
No. The kind of meteorite shard we need this time can only be found at Meteor Falls. Okay, that's where Matt went. We know this, based on what he said. So off to Meteor Falls then, I guess.
Meteor Falls? I see, perhaps we will learn something out there. I will head to Meteor Falls at once. Follow as soon as you're ready. I fear we might discover even more than a meteorite shard there.
Okay, Meteor Falls is definitely our next course of action, since with the fact that we know that Matt is there, it's definitely a good place to go to, because we definitely want to check there at least eventually, because we did mark it down as a place to go. So, honestly, off to Meteor Falls then. Been a while since we've been there, since we only really were there for a very short amount of time before. So going back there is going to be pretty interesting now that we're, at the end of the main story. So honestly, I'm kind of curious on what we'll end up finding there. But based on what we know, it's over near Mount Chimney, and then over by Fall Arbor, and I think we can technically fly in there. Yeah, we can. Perfect. Gotta love the ability to fly with the Eon Flute, because you can get to places that directly of where you want to go. It's always a helpful tool. But honestly, now that we're here at Meteor Falls, and directly at the entrance too, in we go. Okay, Meteor Falls, just in case if we need anything like, just repels in general to keep Pokemon at bay, let's definitely throw that on. And because we do know that Matt is around here, I think that would also be safe to go about and throw ourselves a heal real quick too, just in case, because we don't know what we'll be encountering here. So, safe option is to always make sure to get a heal. And then, I guess we look around and see what we could possibly find, since we haven't really been here before. And honestly, with the fact that there's a waterfall in here, that would definitely not be a bad place to start. Because I don't think it's going to be in this area, because the area for regular Meteor Falls, for like the downward area down there, I don't think will lead us to where we want to go, because that leads out of Meteor Falls. So, first things first is I think we're going to have to throw on Waterfall real quick. So, we already have Waterfall, thankfully. Forgot we actually had that already on. I forgot that we got rid of Surf. We need Surf. So, definitely going to have to throw that on real quick. But, just gotta make sure I don't replace something that I threw in some PowerPoints into. So, don't get rid of Earthquake. Okay, got it. So get rid of Brick Break then. I think we can live without that for a little bit. But honestly, based on the fact that we know we're going to be dealing with Matt again, probably would be safe to go with a Pokemon we know that is good against Sharpedo for now. Just in case if he hasn't changed up his team again. But honestly, off we go. Into the waterfall we go, since this is more than likely where we want to go. So up we go, and deeper into Meteor Falls we go as well. For the very first time of our adventure too, since we never went this way before. Since we didn't have Waterfall before. So, honestly, in we go. And just in case we don't know if we want to go towards Mr. Hero there, let's definitely take a nice look around, because there could be a little bit more around here, might as well. But it's going to take a little bit of maneuvering around here for a second. So we can either go down this way, or we can go further in over here. Although I'm just seeing trainers that way. Doesn't mean that is not where we want to go, though. Just means it's a possible location of where we want to go. Since, let's be honest here, there's quite a decent amount of things in this place. That's definitely for sure. But, honestly, the further into the cave we go, the better for us in the future. As long as we find the right pathway. That's all we really need to keep a note of. But honestly, free TM for Dragon Claw. I'll take it. We don't have a Dragon type TM on any of our party, so we might be able to actually use that. But, cool to have the TM. Also, nice crystal clear waters in here too. I wish places in around my area had crystal clear water, because that's just cool, I'm going to be honest. But, honestly, further into the little surfing area, here we go. Since we're on a nice little, you know, search for wherever Steven Stone went here, and wherever Matt went too, because they're more than likely in the same place. It's just more of a, where did they go, is more of the situation. But honestly, so far Meteor Falls definitely has quite a decent amount going for it right now. But I'm going to say, based on the fact that we're not seeing any of them around this area, I do say probably heading back this way, where the other dragon trainer was, or guys that dress up like superheroes are, is probably a good start. But as long as we stay out of his little flight path there, I think we'll be fine and not have to worry about him. But down into this area, we know that one trainer was down here. Hello. My muscles are trying to tell me something. They want me to battle you. What level are you, trainers, honestly? I'm kind of curious. Because we might not have to worry about you. But, let's see here. You got yourself a Yen Xiao. So, with the fact that you're using a Pokemon that's not specifically from the Hoenn region, you are definitely lower. So, okay. So you're lower than anyone from the Elite Four, so that means we don't need to really worry about the trainers in here. So it's good that I've been avoiding them. Okay, good. Because I wasn't sure if we needed to worry about avoiding them or not, so I wasn't sure if that was going to be a problem or not, so that's good. And it looks like she said that we left her crying in the end. After I strengthened my core muscles to the max, I became able to hear their voices. Interesting. Well, good for you, I guess. Let's climb up this little ladder here, see if we can get any more of an idea about Steven. Still nothing though, but it looks like we're definitely heading into the deepest depths of this place then, since we don't see Steven or Matt anywhere, so that leaves us with only one option. Further into the cave and hopefully find who we're looking for. I'm not into this costume. I'm a dragon tamer, though, so I have to wear it. You don't like your superhero costume? I kinda like it, but okay. So you got yourself an Altaria. Good thing you have Caesar out, because Caesar's not really worried about Altaria. And we can go for the rock weakness on it. Oh, Perish Song. Well, that kinda is good and kinda bad. It hurts you entirely, because I can just swap Pokemon on the third turn. And it doesn't even matter for me, because you can't swap your Pokemon out. So you go down no matter what. But, you could try. You could try doing what you're doing. Not gonna say it's the smartest idea, but it's a plan. It definitely is a plan. I'll give you that. But not a plan that's going to work, I'm going to be fair. Level 60 for Caesar, being our first level 60 of our team. Funnily enough, the last Pokemon on our team ended up getting level 60 first. Kind of funny. It's all a misunderstanding, if you say so. I guess you do like your clothes? The Dragon Tamer uniform aims to appear prestigious. There are more than a few trainers who have quit being Dragon-type users because of their dislike of it. So, you like being a Dragon-type trainer? Because it sounded like you didn't want to be one, based on what you said, but okay. Well, it looks like we got a double battle in between us and further in. We're always battling our Pokemon against each other, so we're confident. It's been 50 years since we got married. Nothing can break our bond of matrimony. Okay, if you say so. But with the fact that you guys typically seem to be fighting type users. So whenever we see like older trainers, they are always going to be fighting types of some sort. I thought they were Ghost and Psychic, but technically that one is using Fighting Psychic for Medicham. So I guess technically that is the case. But interesting, okay. I always thought it was the completely the other thing, but okay, that's interesting. But you're using Endure. I don't think that really works in a double battle, because even though you survive, I don't think that really helps you in the end, because if we hit you, you're done for anyways. Oh no, we gotta hit you down to Endure first. Huh, okay. Well, well, with the fact that you're basically down for the counts, I'm gonna say we focus on Medicham now, and then make sure that Hariyama goes down. I think would be a safe call. So, sorry there, Hariyama. You gotta go down here. Thanks, Donatello, for helping us out there. But, now that we're dealing with the Medicham here, we need to be a little careful, because it did get acupressure in. So, it could become a problem. But it's just going for another one. Okay. Well, it's got 4+ attack now. Not exactly, well, doesn't matter. Glass Cannon Pokemon without its Mega Evolution, so I guess it doesn't matter. But, down they go. Oh no, we lost Honey. Oh no, we lost Sweetie. Oh, sorry there, guys. But, had to knock you on down. Anything else from you? Wow, 50 years of marriage. Come to think of it, I've never beaten my wife in a Pokemon battle. Have you beaten your husband? Yes, in 50 years of marriage, we always had Pokemon battles whenever we got into fights. Oh, so you've always beaten your husband in a fight. Okay. Interesting. Well, with that being said, further in then. And yep, there's Steven, so they were further in. Although Matt's not here. So that's interesting. Spooks, we have the meteorite shard. And I have come to understand many things as I suspected might happen. Allow me to introduce you. The honorable lady you can see before you is a descendant of the ancient Draconids. Draconids? Hello? Yes, I am one of the Draconid people. One of those ancient folk tasked with passing down the knowledge of Mega Evolution with the great lore of Lord Rayquaza, who was the beginning of all. Okay, makes sense. You are called the Draconids, so you following Rayquaza makes a lot of sense. Since times long gone, Hoenn has repeatedly suffered great disasters. At times the destruction took the form of a huge meteoroid, which fell upon our land from distant space. At other times, the primal reversions of our own super ancient Pokemon brought us to the brink of destruction. Each time, Lord Rayquaza has saved us from doom, the chosen lore keeper, standing before a stone. That stone with rainbow light offered up a wish to the Great One, and Lord Rayquaza's body was suffused with a brilliant light and transformed. Lore Keeper, you say? In its transformed state, Rayquaza's power was more devastating than ever before, overcoming even the super ancient Pokemon with all their primal power. So stronger than primal Kyogre and Groudon, and combined pretty much. Okay. A rainbow-colored stone, an invocation from the Lore Keeper, and a Rayquaza unlike any ever seen. I see it does resemble what we know of the process of Mega Evolution. Definitely does. Yes it does indeed. A Pokemon, a person, a stone of power, the bonds that tie them all together, the transformation of the Pokemon that occurs as a result of this phenomenon we called Mega Evolution by later peoples. By later peoples indeed. Okay. So the mechanism for Mega Evolution was discovered as a result of the first meeting between humanity and Rayquaza. But I have one last question. The Lorekeeper you spoke of. The Lorekeeper is the one who has inherited the knowledge and power to summon Lord Rayquaza when disaster imperils this world. The true Lorekeeper of the current generation is the one called Zinnia. Okay, so the lady we've been seeing very, very recently, quite a decent amount, is the Lorekeeper. Okay, makes sense that she sought us out then. But specifically us is a very good question on why. Okay. Well, Zinnia's the Lorekeeper, so she's the only one that can make Rayquaza come and save the day then. So we need her to be on our side, in any sense of the word. The disaster that now approaches our planet, as it has twice before, Zinnia has been trying for some time to avert it in her own way. To draw Lord Rayquaza to our sphere, she joined a certain organization that sought to revive the super ancient Pokemon. She taught them the secrets needed to bring back these threats and summon the Great Dragon itself. So she was the reason that Archie ended up going full Doomsday on accident. Okay, interesting. And now it seems she travels the land, scouring the world for keystones. So it was true. As I had suspected, that woman who appeared at the Space Center was one of the Draconids. But I never dreamed she was involved in the attempted revival of the super ancient Pokemon. In full knowledge of the power they held, fully understanding the terrible changes they would wreak upon all world, still she helped bring that situation about. Did she give a thought to the many people and Pokemon whose lives were put at grave risk by her actions? She probably had a reason. I think we're thinking of it too black and white, I think, for just how Steven's kind of mentioning it. There's probably more to the story, because Matt specifically said he was loyal to Archie, but it also seems like he might be loyal to Zinnia in some way, shape, or form too. So there must be more to the story than meets the eye, than what we could see with Steven here. Could she accept the inevitable sacrifice of so many lives in order to protect the planet from the coming meteoroid? Balance must rule this world. History is doomed to repeat itself. While our people have overcome many disasters in the past, it was always thought through great sacrifice. Yet we have continued to struggle to preserve peace for as many years as we can. That is how we protected this world upon which we now live. People, Pokemon, all nature, and yes, even you. I do not know exactly what you plan to do, but do you believe that you are not sacrificing anything for your own protection? That's exactly kind of what Zinnia said too back at the space station. So, honestly, Zinnia does have a reason to pick Team Aqua over Team Steven here, to be fair, or Team Devon, I guess you could say. Devon Corporation, Team Aqua. So, honestly, I guess she just didn't see Devon Corporation being possible to even help in saving the world, knowing that there was an incoming doom needing to be stopped, with, needing to summon Rayquaza. But the thing is, with the fact that she couldn't trust the Devon Corporation, she had to put all her faith into Team Aqua, which also had their morals completely skewed because of Archie not fully realizing how dangerous Primal Kyogre really was, / regular Kyogre is in the original game, because Kyogre regular is dangerous in the original game too, with how bad the torrential storms really are, and how badly they rain. It's pretty much just as bad as it was in this game, but because Primal Reversion didn't exist in that game, it was not as bad as what it could have been in this game. But definitely interesting. Zinnia will follow her convictions until the very end. I can believe that. Even knowing the sacrifices that they will require, even if the sacrificial blade is leveled at her own heart. Huh. Okay. I guess it kinda makes sense. Is that right? I understand. Thank you for everything. What is this? This vague sense of apprehension, and my intuition has often proven true. I am going back to Respiro first. I have to get back to Devon. Okay. Well, back to Devon Corporation for Steven Stone. Anything else from you? That silver-haired dreamboat said he was heading back to Respiro. He definitely is, so I'm guessing that's where we want to go next too. So, we'll technically be following right behind him, but honestly, we'll be leaving the second half of the story in the next episode, since, let's be honest here, heading back to, with the fact that, well, technically, I'm pretty sure the Delta episode's like basically a 2 to 3 hour adventure. Honestly, we're gonna definitely need to send the next half into the next episode for sure. But honestly, with everything we've learned, there's quite a lot of information to definitely think about and who we should really be following in the end case scenario. Because although Steven is a good guy, well, let's be honest here, from everything we've been hearing from Zinnia, well, some of Steven's ideals are a little not correct. But the thing is that Zinnia's ideals are also not correct. It's kind of like, well, there's just, it's kind of like the worst of two evils, pretty much. And depending on what we end up choosing in the end, well, honestly, well, hopefully the choice we end up choosing and what we end up doing ends up being enough, since this giant meteor is still coming straight for us. And honestly, we don't have any idea what's going on with Rayquaza right now, since this is the very first time we're even hearing about Rayquaza in our adventure for everything to do with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So honestly, there's quite a decent amount to still kind of uncover. So with that being said, thank you all for watching today's episode. It's been a blast hanging out with you guys like always. And with that being said, the next adventure in the Delta episode begins in the next episode. Since now that we have an idea of what's going on, well, let's be honest here, the path towards figuring out what's going on with Rayquaza, what's going on with the Lore Keeper Zinnia, and figuring out how to really help the world when it comes to the giant meteor that's careening directly for the Earth is definitely upon us now, and there's little time to really, figure out before it really becomes the case of it, hitting us, since it's slowly but surely coming for Earth. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day, keep being spooky, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.